Yeah, I mean, Junkrat got a little bit of a buff too. I mean, there's a lot of patch notes that Watchpoint covered expertly, and early on, Paris just rolls over. That is some
a play two, a deflect, and already Genji's at half HP. Might not be able to get anything done. Soon cleans him up. It's built up a high noon too. This looks all over for the Titans. Haven't got much left in their tank. The high noon eventually comes through. The shadow goes wide. Shockwave goes down, and that should just be it. The Eternal cleaning off the Titans, and they're going to take control center.
About his one's already got 70% on the ult, but really it's Soon who's just cracking shield. Again, very much like last time, the shield crack ability of Paris Eternal is supreme, and Doomfist is not going to help out with that, but you supplement it by running a Symmetra, and you still win the shield battle.
God, Shockwave, what are you doing in the backline? He tried to go for some XE-style flank, but didn't end up making it work. Sparkle's earned himself a Meteor Strike as well. And I want to point out what FD God just did a couple of seconds ago as well. He was punching out the little barriers just to make sure.
But still running the Genji. It's not gotten anything done.
Well, there it is. Got to wait for that Coalescence to come out, but the beat is going to match Dalton. Dalton's high in the sky. He's in a little bit of trouble as well. Soon finds a double kill. A big shatter on the front line as well. And just like that, the team fight's over, and the map might be over as well, as the Paris Eternal clean house. And the Titans are sent all the way back to spawn. FD God finishes Karkar off with the boop. No one's going to be able to get back in time. And the Paris Eternal, which is the classic duel upon the Mega Pack. Sparkle taking a very aggressive angle, trying to get that Immortality field down. A little bit too aggressive, though. Sparkle does manage to click on his head. Now, or Shockwave even managed to click on his head. Now Shockwave in the perfect position if you were an Ash. Oh, there's the shadow from Bembest. Oh, what was that? Like a 90-degree shadow? Fakey? Okay. Shockwave's Bob's going to do a lot of work though. Sparkle goes down, and Dalton using that blade. Got a lot of armor stacking up though as the rally was used from both FD God and Karkar. Dalton almost invincible in this fight. He's still trying to do a little bit of work, and now there's relatively little healing as he managed.
Yeah, Paris wins the economy during that fight. They don't end up using a lot. Fielder already has Ant Matrix back up again, and with Sigma going down, you'd have to think Paris is favored.
Yeah, oh, someone please kill Dalton in the back. He is very low, but no, Soon's going to be fine. There's the blade. Perfect slash and dash on Karkar. A reset to kill Shockwave. That's a triple kill for Sparkle, and that's point one going over to Paris. However, double shield does kind of help and mitigate a lot of that. There's the Flux to start the fight out. Shreddog also has the shadow and he crashes back down. KSA also using the ult. I love seeing a Sigma getting fluxed when he's also using the Flux. That was a very quick team fight. I barely got my words out. Shockwave and Dalton cleaning on up. He has to line up for it first. Oh my word! That's an aggressive position from Bembest. Even more aggressive from Dalton. Right up in the sky. FD God has to get out of there ASAP. Feels like he didn't really need to use that blade as Bembest was already dead, but you know, taking the team fight and instantly ending it and making sure your rest of your DPS and tanks can get a little bit more ult charge as well by chasing. Best doorman impression. There's a Bob from Vancouver Titans as well. Bembest has to get out there rather fast. A huge shadow on the front. Oh, a counter shadow's massive from Bembest. Oh, it looks so good, but it was too late. Dalton and Shredlock already.
Comp here. They've got a Lucio and a Moira to be able to rock dead center. Soon just has to get this EMP. A nice solo kill, though, on Dalton.
That is a perfect start, but a perfect rocked as well. Hanbin ends up falling over. Blade for Sparkle kills Rolf. They might not even need the EMP if they could just do that. Flux or no Flux, Paris Eternal still make their way to the point and find the team kill as well. They build up the EMP, and now they can hack the Wrecking Ball as he comes in. They didn't even need to do that.
He's already nearing his ultimate too, and the ultimate is not all that great, except it's a beautiful escape and you can get someone down, and immediately both supports down for Vancouver. This fight's over before it started.
Yeah. Dalton at least has the wall climbing ability to get out of there ASAP. There's a bit of Assassin's Creed, and these styles of comps comboing those two things together, but Rally with Bade. Rally can take a long time to build up, especially if you're not in the fight. There's the punch into the wall, rising uppercut straight through Rolf's Immortality field, but soon ends up going down of all people. Sparkle can still carry this, however, as he's got the Immortality field at his back. The blade for Dalton's good, though, with the help from the Bob. He's slicing, he's dicing, he finds absolutely nobody because Shredlock and Shockwave have already cleaned everybody up. You're just there to damage people and make the rest of your team look good, Dalton, in that situation. They got the tools to make it work. Oh, not anymore. Take it back. Take it back. Sparkle can just seismic slam on the ground like that. Anubis 2, by the way, as a Doomfist map, especially on the defense, is kind of ridiculous. The amount of Sparkle jumps in, rising up a gut straight to his face, and he ends up falling. OT's ticking through. You know what's going to happen, though. The Paris Eternal are just going to be able to fend everybody else off. but you might as well touch for some additional time. And if you do find a pick, maybe it's winnable, but it's looking rather unlikely, especially when you're against a Sombra and even Sparkle with this Meteor Strike. OT ticks down and Paris returns. They've got to make sure Shockwave doesn't get caught out again. This is the problem that they found themselves in last time around. But with Fielder falling, Paris Eternal, it shouldn't matter to them all too much because they have a small advantage and it's just going to be dying on the payload, still for some additional time. No step on that dynamite, Humpin, you're good. And they finally get the payload moving. But has that Meteor Strike to make sure he can get out of dodge rather fast. Dalton very quickly bites the dust, and that should just be it. Although they do get fluxed up in the air, and even the Bob doing a fair bit of damage.
Yeah, it's close.
Bob doing a little bit more than a fair bit as he takes out FD God extremely close, only 1 meter away. A clutch flux from KSA makes sure they a lot of these fights looking rather good for the Titans. A very late flux being used also. They know there's only really one fight now for the Paris Eternal to come back. A return flux for Humbin mixed with that coalescence. Everybody's isolated. Shredlock finally goes down. My word, he took a long time, and Humbin cleaning up the rest.
A very questionable late flux. It looked like Paris was on their way out. Vancouver could have held. Yeah, Onslaught is the exact way to describe this. There's not been a concerted defense thus far from Vancouver. The blade comes out, though, gets one.
It's so good, but the healing might have been better. Fielder using that coalescence, managed to stay alive throughout the entirety of that, but FD God still ends up going down. Fielder luckily stays alive, and Sparkle taking the fight into his own hands. A big EMP followed up with Sparkle's damage, but might be all that they need. But a clutch beat from Karkar saves them from Sparkle, and the Bob as well, backing up the team when they most need them. However, a late beat from the Paris Eternal as they come back in. You see FD God flying from spawn, hits 4 people with the beat, and they clean up the fight. Paris Eternal, and look at the free space they're now gaining. FD God just sitting on the payload all alone. One person's going to be able to touch it, it's Karkar. He needs to survive and get the beat to make sure his team can actually recontest once again, but they might not be able to actually give the beat to. Ben Best and Fielder kill off Dalton and Shredlock at the end.
Flashbang's pretty good against both the DPS opponents.
Yeah, Sparkle's main goal here is to kill Shredlock at KSA. It's going to be a tough time, like you said, and there you go. KSA meets him with the rock. Ben Best 2 caught out in the front line. Not the hold they were really looking for there. Paris only managed to kill 1, but still, you get another fight. Kind of swapping positions at this point now. Paris control the payload and the space around it. Titans get EMP'd, and that should just be it. Everybody falls over. And that was the extra fight we were talking about, as well as that payload not really moving.
Which very quickly, whenever they win a fight, they win it dominantly.
Oh, Blade for Sparkle in the back. Oh, he kills Dalton mid-ult too. Oh, it's so good. Everybody crashes back down to earth. A quadra kill for Sparkle. Everybody's RFH.
Just how good he is.
Cole, Shockwave going for the dangerous Genji. 75%. There's the Blade. What a couple of dashes. He does get rocked. And remember, he will come out 100% HP when he comes out of this ult. He's trying to get stuff done, and he does just that. FD God and Humbin. They end up falling, as well as Sparkle off the back of it as well. Paris still have a fight in the bank.
Well, they're about to get EMP'd. The biggest question right now for Paris is how do you follow up the EMP?
Oh, they're going now.
Nothing else left. Big EMP, though, gets 2.
Cole, oh, soon instantly dies. That Coalescence is doing such work in the back, keeping everybody alive, and the EMP looks so good. Hope he was fairly early. It's not the biggest waste of cooldowns there, but you definitely want to combo the orb with the Cole.
Beautiful shot.
An instant headshot. Field was half HP too, mind you, maybe a little bit over, but instant kill. However, KSC does die to high noon of all things, but Darwin's still in the back line. Eventually gets cleaned up, but the damage might have already been done as the blade is pulled from Sparkle. Desperation! As you see Shredlock just carving him up in the front line. There was no way he was going to be able to get more than anything else done. Sparkle.
Do or die now for the Titans.
KSA getting the flux off with a hammer down as well, but Shockwave wasn't really in position to follow up with any damage, and now he's found himself in no man's land. Sparkle ends up finishing off with a melee. Someone might be able to touch here, but it's looking rather unlikely. Coalescence coming out as well to force everybody back all the way to the spawn. FD God even has the beat. They have Blade. They have the EMP. They've got every single tool in the bank that they need to win a team fight, especially in OT. Vancouver Titans have got a mountain to climb, and I don't think they're even going to get up the first step. The Sparkle Blade is good enough to finish everybody else off. The Paris Eternal forcing everybody away, and they take the map and the series.